Hey, what's up, you guys? Okay, so everyone wants to visualize everything that they want into happening right the F now. We all want to say, universe, bring me everything that I want right now, right the F now. Do it right now, universe. Thank you. Next. Sorry, not sorry. Hashtag thank you. Next. Ariana Grande is not my life. I'm not a fan of hers. I don't know why I'm saying that, but you get the point. Everyone wants to visualize everything they want into happening. Right now, we all want to harass the universe into bringing us everything that we want now. But the thing is, unfortunately, it does not work like that. Visualization is not going to manifest what you want unless you can feel good at the same time while you are visualizing. So, yeah, that's kind of the tea. Basically, you just have to feel good to manifest what you want. I cannot say the word right now for some reason. Visualizing is not going to manifest what you want unless you're feeling good before you start visualizing. So, how do you visualize your perfect romantic partner into your bed or between your legs or under you or bent over for you? Here's how. Here are the 3 steps to meditating and visualizing your perfect romantic partner into your life and into your bed. Step 1 is meditate. Yes, meditate. Because when you meditate, you raise your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, you manifest everything that you want. So you need to meditate first. So the way that I always tell everyone to meditate is to stop all of your thoughts by focusing on only a sound and just that sound alone. So you can pick either to focus on the sound of your breathing, or you can choose some music that does not have any words in it to meditate to. It's really important that the music does not have any words in it, because you don't want to think any thoughts while you meditate. The goal of meditation is to stop all of your thoughts so that your mind is clear enough to receive the direct wisdom from God or Source or the universe or Buddha or whatever or whoever it is that you believe in. So that's why you have to stop all of your thoughts as best as you can. So pick a sound. It can be the sound of bird song outside that I hear right now, or it could be so you could meditate to the sound of bird song, or you can meditate to any sound as long as it doesn't have any words in it. It's really important that the music if you pick music, it's really important to pick music to meditate to that does not have any words in it so that you're not thinking any thoughts. So, yeah, pick a sound to meditate to, and then every time you start to think a thought, because your mind is going to naturally wander, it's not like you're going to be able to just magically stop all of your thoughts. So every time your mind starts to think any thoughts, just keep bringing your focus back into the sound of the music or whatever sound you picked to meditate to. And then when you feel like your mind is clear of all thoughts, when you feel like you've stopped all of your thoughts, then you can start visualizing. So that is step 2. To as soon as you feel like step 2 is let me just read exactly what I wrote so I tell you the right thing. Step I just want to say the exact words I wrote so it's clear to everyone. Step 2. Once your mind is clear and free of all thoughts, start visualizing your desired person. If it's an ex or someone you have already seen, Then picture yourself with them in ideal circumstances. Imagine exactly what you want the most to happen with them. If you want to be married to them, then imagine yourself being married to them. If you have never seen this person or if you have not met them yet, then imagine as best as you can what they might look like. Or think very specifically about what you want in your perfect ideal romantic partner. Think about what color their hair and eyes are. Think about what you want them to value most in life. That's very important to think about because you want their values to align with yours. Obviously, duh. Just kidding. But seriously, yeah, you really do need to think about what values they have. Like, I think a lot of people jump into relationships way too fast before they really talk about these things. Like, before they talk about, like, okay, so what do you really value in life? Like, I think most people get into a relationship with someone before they even talk about what their values are. And that's really crazy to me now to think about. I didn't really think about talking about those kinds of things with the person before. But now I realize, yeah, we really do need to talk about those things before we jump into relationships with people. Then you'll know that you guys have the same, like, core values that you know, you were probably always going to stick to for your whole life with that person. I mean, I think it's perfectly fine if you and your romantic partner don't really have that much in common, but as long as you have the same core values in life, like as long as you both value well, at least one similar thing, then you can go the distance with that person and live happily ever with them for a whole lifetime and just always stay together. So really think about your values. Um, think about what interests you want them to have. Think about exactly what their personality is like. What kinds of things do you want them to say to you during sex? Think about that. Think about what your ideal sex life with them is like. What kinds of specific kinky things do you want them to also be into that you are into? If you're kinky, that is. Or maybe you want them to be more vanilla because maybe you're more vanilla, and that's okay too. So just think about that. Think about what you want the sex to be like. Think about what you want the sex with them to be like the most. And think about how exactly you want them to treat you. Think about how exactly you want them to express their love for you. Do you want them to serenade you with love songs and poetry and like paintings of you all the time? Do you want this like gushy romance with someone all the time where they're just gushing over you all the time? Do you want them to be the type of guy that buys you a lot of gifts? Do you want a rich guy or a more modest guy that lives in a tiny house? Do you want a rich girl if you're a guy watching this? What religion do they have? That's very important to think about. Maybe you're an atheist or agnostic. Do you mind if the person you get with is a Christian? Think about that. What political beliefs do they have? This is a pretty big one. I feel like there's a lot of divisive people out there, and I can't imagine how a Republican and a Democrat can really get together and go the distance if you both really care about politics. Kellyanne Conway and her husband come to mind to me right now because he's totally against Trump and she works for Trump. So I'm really not sure how they do it. Like, I don't know how they do that marriage. I suppose that can work. Anything can work. Anything can work, but you have to maybe think about that kind of stuff beforehand before you jump into the relationship with that person. Um, are they very extroverted? Are they a very extroverted, sociable person? I don't think that's kind of a big thing. I don't think most people care that much if someone is very extroverted or shy, but some people do kind of care or want someone who's more the life of the party than they are, so they could bring them out of their shell if they're shy, or vice versa. So, are they shy? Are they extroverted? Are they a big reader? Are they a big gamer? Are they a big film buff? A big foodie? What clothes do they wear? Think about all of this stuff. How often do they say, I love you to you? That's very important to think about. I just lost my place. Okay, I just found my place. Are you two PDAing all over the place? Or do you want to be the type of couple that doesn't need to gush in public all the time? How do you want your ideal relationship to be like? Answer all of those questions during your meditation time. And do you actually want monogamy? I think this is a question that a lot of people never really think about. And I think most people just assume that they want monogamy, and maybe that is actually the case. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's something that you should ask yourself. Do you actually want monogamy? Or do you want an open relationship with this person? Or do you want a polyamorous relationship with this person and with someone else too, or with multiple people? Are you really going to be truly satisfied with monogamy your whole life for 60 plus years? I think it's a valid question to ask yourself that most people never think about, like I said, because, I mean, I guess I just think, we wonder why the divorce rate is so high, but then people don't ask themselves these questions like, do I really want monogamy forever? Um, what values do I want this person to have? What kind of lifestyle do I really want to share with someone else? Can I really be myself with this person? Can I say everything that's on my mind with this person? I think a lot of people don't really think about some of those big questions, and they just sort of jump into a lot of casual relationships with people like, oh, they're cute, they're fun, let's be in a relationship. Well, that might be fun, but do you really want to waste your time? Time is very valuable. Like, do you really want to waste your time on a bunch of casual relationships, or do you want to go right to the real thing? Ask yourself all of those questions. But anyway, like, with regards to the whole, do you want monogamy or do you want an open relationship question, I feel like there's a whole lot of people out there having the kind of relationship that they think they are supposed to have, that their parents had, and that their parents' had. And, I feel like if monogamy is what you really want forever, then great. That's totally awesome. And I really respect that. I really do. But I recently realized about myself that I really want an open relationship in which I am deeply connected to my husband at the same time. And I totally believe that you can do that. So if you want that, then go for it. If you want monogamy, then go for that too. And do you both want kids? And do you both want kids? That is a big question to ask. How many kids do you both want? That is another huge question, because some people might want just one. You might want 5. You should probably ask yourself these questions and, yeah, think about that when you're trying to manifest someone. What city and what kind of lifestyle and house do you both share together? Think about the answers to all of these questions about your ideal person while you meditate. Oh, and if they're an ex, when you attract them back, because you are now only thinking about them while you're feeling happy and while you are meditating, you will now also attract out of them your ideal qualities that you want the most. You probably won't change their personality that much, but you will get the best out of them. You will experience their good side most of the time. You will experience the parts about them that you love the most about them most of the time. And you will get them to be in love with you. So, step 3. Meditate first, and then visualize your ideal partner having all of these qualities, and visualize having all of these experiences that answer all of the questions that I just said. And do this every single day. And this is very important, people. If you start to feel any negative emotion while visualizing your person and all of these ideal scenarios, then stop visualizing and just meditate. And try visualizing again later in the day or on the next day when you are in a good mood again. And the reason why you want to only visualize while you're feeling good is because if you visualize things you want while you are feeling negative emotion, then you will only be slowing down the amount of time that it takes to get that person into your life. But if you only visualize that person while you are in a good mood, then you will only be speeding up the amount of time it takes to get that person into your life. So isn't that awesome to know that you can speed up getting with this person just by feeling happy when you think about them? And when you think about them while you are feeling happy, it is not a long time before that person is in a loving and passionate, romantic relationship that is beautiful with you. So, yeah, that is my advice for how to meditate and visualize your perfect partner. You're going to get this person. I'm so excited for you. Just keep thinking about the answers to all of the questions that I said in this video, and then write all of the answers down in a journal. Write down, this person is like this, and we do these things together. Like, just write it all out in extreme specific detail. Write out the answers to all of these questions in a big, multiple pages journal entry. Like write it like you're writing the story of your life. Write it like it's happening right now. Write it in the present tense. Okay? Do not use the past tense. Don't use the future tense. Write it all in the present tense. And maybe write that every day if you feel like it. But you could just write that one time and then let it go, and it's all going to manifest for you. You're going to be with this person. I'm so excited for you. Have a great day. Like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos. Bye.